All right, let's talk about something you see literally all the time, but probably never give a second thought to: the communication tower. So, why do they look like that? Well, the answer isn't just one thing. It's actually a complete masterclass in engineering principles, all hiding right there in plain sight. Okay, so reveal number one. It all comes down to geometry. It's something called the truss principle. And what it does is pretty amazing. You see, by arranging everything into triangles, the design takes a really complex force, like a huge gust of wind, and breaks it down into simple pushing and pulling forces along those steel beams. And here's the kicker. You get this incredible strength and stability, but you use way, way less steel to do it. It's just peak efficiency. So that's the strength part, but that's just the beginning. The second reveal is all about how this design is just, well, it's practical genius when it comes to actually building the thing. You see, the building blocks for these towers are these super simple L-shaped pieces of steel. They're cheap to make, and get this, they can be nested together, kind of like spoons, which makes them incredibly easy to transport. And that leads to the next huge advantage. When you get to the construction site, you don't need highly skilled technicians or heavy welding equipment. Nope, these pieces just bolt together. It's basically like a giant industrial Lego set, which is awesome. But believe it or not, the biggest secret, the real game changer, has to do with fighting the tower's number one enemy, rust. The ultimate shield tier is a process called hot dip galvanizing, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Every single steel part is dipped into a 450 degrees Celsius bath of molten zinc. This creates this incredibly tough protective coating that can last for decades. Okay, now this is where it gets really, really interesting. And honestly, a little dangerous. See that open L shape we talked about? It gets a perfect, complete coating of zinc, inside and out, no problem. But what if you used a hollow tube instead? Well, any trapped air or moisture inside that sealed tube would flash to steam in that molten zinc bath. And boom, you have a potential explosion on your hands. And even if it doesn't explode, there's another massive problem. You can't inspect the inside. You'd never know if it was rusting from the inside out. There's a great engineering quote that calls it a hidden and insidious failure mode. And that is just not something you want in a 100-foot tower. So when you step back and look at the whole picture, that's when you see the true unseen genius of this design. That simple L-shaped piece of steel, it's not just a random piece of metal. It's the key that unlocks the entire system. It makes the tower strong and light because of the truss geometry. It makes it cheap and easy to build with simple bolts. And it makes it safe and durable because it can be galvanized perfectly. And this isn't some niche idea. This exact same engineering logic is behind some of the most famous structures in the world, from the Tokyo Tower all the way to the Eiffel Tower itself. It's this unseen genius that literally connects our world. And it's been hiding in plain sight this whole time. Kind of makes you wonder, right? What other everyday brilliance are we all missing?